Hi everyone and welcome back to It's Personal. I am Mona and this is a very special Christmas video edition. I still owe you guys like another video. Yes, something sweet part 3. It is still in the editing room basically. I'm still working on it. The video is recorded. It's basically done, editing. How do you even say that? Edited, it doesn't sound right. But anyhow, I need to do the audio for that, add in some things, you know those things like subscribe buttons and all those things still need to be added in. But hopefully that video will be out in the new year. I just need to get my voice recording up to standard for that one, because that video is like 30 minutes long. I don't know if I'm still going to shorten it. We'll have to wait and see. But part 3 for something sweet is definitely coming. I think it was a really cool project. So I'm excited to share that with everyone. But today's project is a little Christmas angel. I almost said snow angel. It's close, but it's more Christmas themed because her outfit is like Christmassy colored, and the reds, the golds, the greens. I think this project really turns out cute in the end. It was like what I had in my head, the image I had in my head for this project. This is what it is. So I just did some line work over here first after I sketched it out, and then I used a 0.5 micron pen to sketch the entire little angel. I actually enjoy like sketching and then doing line work and then coloring with pencils afterwards. I think I did a couple of these little projects even for myself this year. There was a full A4 page project I did earlier in the year that is on the Instagram page. You guys will see the handle in just a little while, but I really enjoy doing that as well with the same set of colored pencils I'm using today. And the pencils I used for this one, I bought on Take-A-Lot in, I think it was March this year or February, but it was earlier in the year. It was a gift to myself basically after a commission project I did for someone else, because I had this box of 120 pencils on my wish list and I really wanted to use them. And I'm going to put a photo of this in the video so you guys can see what the box looks like. But I was like, oh, am I going to invest? Because it was close to 500 Rand for the pencils at that stage. I'm not sure what they price now, but I was like, oh, am I going to spend 500 Rand on colored pencils? And I told my parents, they were looking at me like, you are out of your mind. Why would you spend that much on colored pencils? But I was like, it's 120 color pencils. They are pretty. And if they are good, I'm going to have a lot of fun with them. And you know what? I don't regret spending the money on them, because the amount of big projects, I did 2 big projects. I think this was the second biggest project, if I can put it like in air quotations. The other project I did was a full project earlier in the year, and that was just for me. That picture is actually up on the Instagram page. The handle is going to pop up in a little while. You guys can go check that out. It was like this little scene of houses. It looks like a town like with sweetie houses, and it looks like everything's covered in like either icing or chocolate icings, or it's something. It looks pretty with nice colored pencils. And this set just like made my day. It's just like I was so happy from the moment I got it. This is not paid. This is not a sponsorship, anything. I'm just telling you guys why I enjoyed this set of 120 pencils. Is it overkill to have 120 pencils? Absolutely. Would I buy a bigger set than this? Not in my right mind. Will I be tempted to do so? Definitely. But yeah, I really enjoyed this set. The range of colors just makes me extremely happy. I think it's because as a person, I'm not normally somebody that enjoys wearing excessively bright colors. But give me like a box of 120 pencils or a watercolor palette with lots of colors in it, and I'm going to enjoy creating a piece of art that is like colorful and it's bright and it's like vibrant, it's in your face, and it's like, it just makes me extremely happy. I think it's a reflection of my personality on the inside, that I tend to be drawn to those happy colors and the rainbow in a box basically. So yeah, I ended up creating this little character. I wish I had a name for it. Does someone want to give her a name? Be free and drop a name for me in the comments below. I'm leaning this year. You guys are going to see in a moment. I'm going to create her with some striped socks. Now, I've got a little project idea in my head for another character, but that character needs to go into a story. So I'm leaning towards a character that enjoys like colorful socks and lined socks. Again, that is something with my personality because I enjoy like colorful socks. If anything in my wardrobe is colorful and out of the box is going to be the socks I like to wear underneath my jeans or my work uniform stuff. So these socks are like, this is up my alley, these socks. Now you guys know a little bit more about my fascination with socks apparently, which is kind of weird, but okay, now it's out there. I can't take it back. What you guys are going to see in this video is I tend to lean more towards using 3 colors for each section, a light, medium, and a dark color, because when you do working with color pencils and most other mediums as well, to blend out more smoothly between colors, you need that mid-tone color to make the transitions easier. So like for the dress, for example, I had like an orange red on the shoulders for highlight, and then the bright red for the most colors of the dress, and then a darker reddish wine red color for like the creases in the darker spots. So you can get that idea of where there's light and where there isn't light. So that's why I tend to use 3 colors, 3 color pencils for that. So I try to use all of that in this picture. 3 tones, 3 colors for each section. You guys just saw the pop-ups for the like, subscribe, share buttons and the Instagram handle. If you guys don't mind, just press a button, you know, just scroll down a little, press a button. It makes life just so much easier. And yeah, it tells YouTube that you guys like my stuff, and it tells them they need to put more recommendations for the videos out there. So I would really appreciate it if you guys can just do the YouTube thing and like and subscribe and the sharey things and all that. But like I said, you can also find me on Instagram with that handle, and then you guys will also see the other projects I like doing off camera, basically, that I just end up taking a photo of and posting on Instagram. What can I tell you guys? Oh yeah, the problem I had with the wax pencils, or these specific pencils, and I don't think it's only these pencils, I've had the problem with my Giottos as well, is because there's a high concentration of wax inside the pencils, they tend to do this thing where they glare. If, like for example, with my lighting and recording, if you color and you record and the lighting's coming from the top, then there's a glare it gives off. So then everything's it's horrible. You cannot see a picture properly. It's the biggest frustration in the world for me. So I had to figure out a way to show you guys the process of coloring this picture, but without you guys having to watch me color in and have all that glare. So what I ended up doing was, to fix my problem, I set my camera setup for the recording. I set it off to the side, but the problem with that was, now you get my head in the picture like it is right now. I didn't even notice it at the time of recording, which makes sense because I wasn't doing it on purpose. But yeah, I think this angle works a little bit better for the colored pencil work. So from now on into the future, until I figure out different lighting or buy different stuff for lighting, this is going to be the angle for colored pencils, just to make life a little bit easier and less frustrating for me, and for me to enjoy the process, because there's nothing worse than trying to figure out camera settings and figuring out how to make the lighting work and not have it glare and all those things. So I'm going to be doing it like this until further notice for colored pencil work. I will still be doing the up from the top views for the watercolors and all the other painting stuff, but colored pencils, off to the side from now on, just for sanity's sakes. So the character is like, let's say 80% finished at this point. No, I lied, maybe like 70%, because I'm going to still do her hair. Her hair was actually pretty fun. I really enjoyed using those three colors. It was like a brown, and then a gold color, and then like a mid-tone golden color for everything else. I think this character is so cute. That little red dress is like the end of my being at this point. It's really, really beautiful. Um, yeah, this project in total took about plus minus 2 hours, and then you need to take into account I probably stopped a couple of times, made some coffee, came back and continued coloring, because I cannot sit still for 2 hours. That is way too long to be that inactive. But yeah, this was a really cool project. I'm gonna have you guys just watch a little bit for the moment as I take a breather before we end off this video. So enjoy the music, just ASMR like a friend would tell me, as I go almost into coloring those wings at the back, beautiful yellows and golds. So as we head into the last couple of minutes of this video, I thought I would just give a little bit of let's call it a festive season reflection of 2023. 2023 has had its ups and its downs, but this time of the year kind of brings around a time of joy and spending a lot of time with loved ones and family and friends if you're lucky. But it's also a time for me that you get to reflect on the year gone by. And even though this year had many challenges, it also brought about many blessings. And I count my blessings, I'd like to count my blessings every year, because it reminds me of who's in control of my life, that big man upstairs. And I'm so grateful for family this year, and those include like my blood relatives and close friends, and I'm very grateful for them, for their support and their love this past year. Something simple like being employed, because in a country where we have a very big unemployment rate, it's a blessing to be full-time employed, and still be able to do my hobby, which is currently YouTube stuff and arts and crafts on the side, is a blessing, and I'm really grateful for. And I'm also really grateful in a big way for faith. And by that I mean being able to walk a road with God and having a relationship with Him. And this year has been a learning school and building in that relationship of figuring out where my strength lies and perseverance. And even in struggles and in heartbreak this past year, I've learned that God grows us in all those seasons, and we learn to rely on Him more on Him than we do in relying on ourselves. So for that, I'm very grateful. And I would like to wish everyone that is celebrating Christmas this year a merry one. May everyone, even if you don't find joy this time of year, for whatever reason it might be. May we all find a reason to smile this festive season. May we all find at least one thing to be very grateful for, and yeah, count our blessings. Yeah, to wrap up the video, I'm almost done with this very blue background, as you guys will see. I kind of contemplated for a bit, was I going to do a blue background, wasn't I? So I'm going to pop a photo in here, just a second. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the character with just like her alone, or do you actually like the blue background? I'm like torn between the two. I kind of like them both, and then I was like, I don't know, they're kind of cute both ways. But yeah guys, that is almost the end of the video. All I need to still do is I took off the washi tape now, like I do in every video now, and I'm signing it. And again, all that wax from the pencil on the paper, I almost couldn't sign it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. This is our reveal image. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys back in 2024. Remember to hit those buttons and go check out the Instagram page. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!